What is up, everybody? Woo! Woo!
Everyone excited?
Very.
Awesome.
Woo!
Let's do it. What's up, everybody? It's Friday night for us, so it's going to be a good one. We're really excited to be here. We were a little late coming because we have a bunch of fantasy free agency news that we were expecting to be coming out. We're still waiting for some big news, something great to talk about, but nothing came, so we're going to jump in really hot and heavy and dive into what's already been done. Mike was great enough to get us into a nice little Discord
Yes,
group
sir.
that he started, and it is absolutely beautiful.
It is. It is beautiful. One of my finer works of art. Now we just need people to join. So we are going to post the Discord link in the notes of this episode and probably every episode going forward. It's also on our Instagram and our Twitter too. So really what it is, the Discord is fantasy football, of course. We have a chat room for that. We've got a chat room for just straight up NFL talk. Anything that happens. We also in that chat, it's pretty dope. We actually have a news section. So we hooked up a few Twitter accounts. A couple of the bigger Twitter accounts who breaks news. Shefty is one of them. So every time that he tweets news and whatnot, comes right in, feeds right into that Discord channel. Pretty dope. And then also, what else we got? Sports talk, general sports talk. If there's right now, currently March Madness is going on. We're talking about that. We have a sports betting, prop bets, lines, game lines, whatever, futures, anything you want to talk about. We also have a channel for that. We have a league finder. If you want to start a league or you're looking for a league, we have a channel for that. Also, start sit questions, channel for that. I mean, we got it all. We got it all. Trade questions, boom, got it. Rate my team, got it.
Yeah, the Rate My Team is something that I'm really interested in because I love my team in a lot of my leagues, but it might be a little biased. And it's a great way to realize, like, hey, maybe I'm not as secure as I think I am, or a great way to find out if you got some trade bait.
Yep. Also, announcements for our show, the Fantasy Tap, boom, got it. It's in there. And then, of course, every episode will be posted in there as well. If you join and you have any suggestions on channels you would like, I was sitting there in my car today driving around for work, and I was like, what would be fun is a Madden group. Maybe add something that. Maybe add some video game section for you guys to hook up on COD and diddle each other on Fortnite and whatnot. So
yeah, if you guys are interested in just a really nice community of people with plenty of options to talk about, make sure to check out this Discord, and that should be more and more active getting close to draft time, and it would be a great place to hang out mid-draft if you're not watching the live stream.
So actually, John, we have voice chats. We have a couple different voice chats, so maybe we will be in there for the draft to talk a couple of the
picks.
A couple of the picks and whatnot. Even during the season, we could do it. During and answer live questions. We're going to be going to a few games, so we're not going to be here on set for our live stream. We're probably going to be what's that saying? A wind to the sheets or something like that. Half the wind to the sheets thing.
So
where you get drunk. It's a drunk thing. Wind to the sheets. Half a wind to the sheets. You keep talking. I'm going to look this up.
So as everyone knows, this is also a beer review podcast as well as a fantasy football podcast. And today's beer of the day is going to be...
3 sheets to the wind.
Oh, way to... Okay, this is going to be a Serenity Now, Insanity Later by Hidden Springs Ale Works. And Hidden Springs Ale Works, I apologize for the rude interruption of the announcement of this great beer. Mike,
it literally goes with the show.
It does.
Except it should be Insanity Now, Serenity Later.
I'm gonna tell you, Mike, this is really good.
Fuck.
You might we'll talk later, but you might want to get a sip in. Just a small taste.
Tasty.
Just a taste. Very, very good. But it is a Farmhouse Saison.
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 So we will get into the review later, but this is what I will be drinking on, as Mike is currently in a fitness challenge where he is not drinking for, 6 more weeks? 8 more?
Don't remind me.
10?
Never tell me the odds.
They're not very good.
Yeah. So sounds good. Sounds dope. I really want to try it. Can't wait to. One day. But speaking of one day, the NFL added 1 day to the regular season.
1 more day of football.
Yes.
Ooh.
Technically a week, but whatever.
Hey. Well, actually, they didn't add any time. So the NFL will be adding a 17th regular season game by removing 1 preseason game. So they will be doing 3 preseason, hopefully, pending COVID, but should be fine. And then moving on to a 17-game season.
I'm excited for it. As a football fan, I'm excited for it. As a fantasy football fan, I'm a little worried for it.
What do you think this brings to the table as far as fantasy football implications?
I'm worried. My biggest fear is the fact that teams are going to sit bigger stars, bigger players. Alvin Kamara came out, said he didn't like it. I'm worried, especially if the Saints aren't in contention this year. Maybe they sit Alvin Kamara the last couple games and just, shut him down. Because I know they're paying him, but they're going to be looking forward to the next season. I'm a little worried maybe Patrick Mahomes gets a break. If this would have come, however you say it, with an extra bye week, 2 bye weeks, then I wouldn't be as worried. That's my only concern. I'm excited for it as a football fan. I know players are 50-50 on it. Some like it, some don't. Obviously, 1 more game, 1 more risk of injury or something happening, which we don't like to see, but that just is what it is. But yeah, that's my only concern is them possibly like sitting a player, especially if they have like an early bye week, like a week 5 bye week would suck to have in a 17-week season.
I wonder if they'll be changing around the bye week structure as far as which weeks they'll allow it. Maybe do more bye weeks on single weeks. Have like 8 teams on bye,
or like a league-wide bye week. Not league-wide.
No. We don't want that. We want football every week.
That's true. That's true.
But this does bring in some very, very nice matchups as far as what's going to be going on in this week 17. One of the best ones that I saw on the list was the
Dolphins Giants.
Actually, interesting. Kenny Golladay versus the team he could have went to.
Yes. Fuck Kenny G.
But no, so this will bring the Green Bay Packers at Kansas City. I'm honestly excited for that.
You can't not be.
What could have been the Super Bowl?
Should have been the Super Bowl.
I don't know.
Aaron Rodgers choked, man.
I mean, the team that beat them destroyed Kansas. So
they were literally playing with 6 men on the field.
I honestly think that Green Bay versus Kansas City would have been a better game.
Green Bay, Kansas City. Yeah, because
their defensive line's good, but nowhere near. Yeah,
doesn't have
near Shaq Barrett,
Jason Pierre-Paul,
Ndamukong Suh.
Oh my God! Plus, you got the linebackers. No, yeah, it's not even fair.
No. But another game that's going to be really interesting to me is going to be Arizona at Cleveland,
which you never thought you'd say.
Both up-and-coming teams that have a shot at taking over their divisions, both in competitive divisions.
Made some moves in the offseason to make their teams better.
Especially Arizona signing every old man that – are they ring chasing? I mean, they signed A.J. Green.
Yes.
They signed J.J. Watt.
Yep.
Are these guys ring chasing? I feel like there's another guy that I can't remember right now. But
Malcolm Butler? Was it Malcolm Butler?
Was it Malcolm Butler? I'm going to double check that one.
Yeah, you can.
But he's got one. But maybe he's going for number 2.
It's difficult to ring chase with a team who didn't make the playoffs last year. But I digress because the Tampa Bay Buccaneers didn't either. So
I was going to say they showed a lot of promise. They just had a huge breakdown midseason for some reason. I think they were like 5-1 starting off.
Yeah, they're very good. Very good. Steelers were 9-0. Steelers went 9-0.
10-0.
10-0. And I called it. I said
they were due to. You called him a first-round exit.
First round exit. I'm still patting my back. Love it.
Yes, he will be playing for Arizona in 2021.
And then you have the third one. The Rams playing Baltimore, which John and I are going to be seeing the Baltimore Ravens down in Miami this year. Very excited for that.
Ooh.
But best news of the offseason, best news in my opinion, as a fan, tailgating's back.
Ooh,
Yes.
gotta love it.
Yes,
One of the best
sir.
parts about football.
But LA Rams playing the Baltimore Ravens, that's going to be a fire game. Matt Stafford throwing for 360, 370, 3 touchdowns. Lamar scrambling 2 touchdowns, 185 rushing yards, and 160 throwing with 1 passing touchdown. The Rams end up winning the game. Let me call a score. I might as well call a score. Cam Akers has a touchdown. So it's going to be like 38 to 32.
Oh, wow. It's a high
Scoring game.
Or 70.
Yeah, we're getting there. Hit the over. Are there odds out yet?
Interesting. No, I think it's good. I just really like the idea of the Rams, who have a really good run defense, going up against Baltimore, whose defense is someone who was really scary just 2 years ago, and I feel like it's almost fallen apart without falling apart.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, like I feel like you don't fear the Ravens' run defense as much as you did 2 years ago.
No, you do not.
But
That is true.
So
Question.
yes.
What does this do? 17 weeks, how does it affect your leagues?
I would think that you would just add another regular season week.
Oh,
Or-
so we're a 17-week team now, huh?
No. So
17-week championships.
week 17 championship rather than week 18. Yeah.
Don't like the sound of it. 17 is my favorite number.
Well,
It's lucky.
That's awesome.
Yeah, Dolphins win this year. Super Bowl, baby. Let's go.
No, but what do you think? Do you think you add another week? Do you do another bye week? Do you remove bye weeks?
I mean, you can't really remove bye weeks. It's all...
Oh, no, I'm saying fantasy wise. I mean, do you add a week? I don't know. What do you do?
What do you do?
I think personally that you just add another regular season week, or some people are talking about adding a bye week as far as playoffs by giving a first round bye to some people, which some leagues already do.
No, idea, light bulb.
Oh,
First round of the playoffs, 2 weeks for the...
I hate those.
Yeah, no, for the wild card teams. Okay, have them play each other. Boom, 2 weeks. Add it up. I don't know. Cool idea. I like it.
I think you just add another regular season week.
Yeah, that's probably exactly what you do. It's easy. Keep it
It's
neat
easy.
and clean.
Gives you another chance for teams to make a push for playoffs, which is always the best part.
Now, let's get into the real meat and potatoes of this. What does this do to the preseason games? I mean, so it really only gives guys 1 week to play like 3/4 of a game, right? Is that what they're going to do? Or are they just...
Well, you've got all of preseason practicing and stuff like that. As far as full game speed, no, I think you give your starters the first half of the game 2, first 3/4 of game 3.
Damn. 3/4 game 3? They got to go into week 1 next week.
Yeah, they'll be fine.
I don't know. I think they're going to do I don't know. They sit out week 3. They got to sit out week 3. They're starters. They don't want to get hurt. I don't know. It's weird. It's going to be interesting. I like it. Any other games stick out to you that week? I haven't really looked, to be honest, outside of these.
No, the Patriots Cowboys.
And 2 teams that used to be good.
2 teams that could be really good again, depending on how things play out. I mean, Dak Prescott's back for the Cowboys. Their defense hopefully can be revamped a little bit in this
And offensive line.
draft and offensive line.
Zeke needs to eat. Not like literally. It's kind of chubby, but...
I was going to say, or Tony Pollard can take over a role.
Michael Gallup won't be a Cowboy.
You don't think he'll be a Cowboy by the start of the season?
Trade rumors, I don't know. Maybe trade. Come to the Dolphins.
No, we're good.
I'm just kidding. No, CeeDee Lamb. It's the year of the Lamb. Chinese calendar. Just kidding.
I was about to pull it up. No,
Actually, it might be. I don't know.
I don't think they have a ram. I don't know if they have a lamb.
They've got to have a lamb. Chinese.
There's only 12.
Chinese year.
So moving on. Ryan Fitzpatrick is going to be sitting atop the Washington football team's depth chart ahead of Taylor Heineke and Kyle Allen. Sorry there. And the New York Giants are reported to not be in a hurry in reaching an agreement in regards to extending running back Saquon Barkley, meaning that they will more than likely pick up his fifth-year option and hold on to him for another.
It's an ox. They're in the same family.
They're far from it.
No. They have 4 legs.
Oh, gosh.
What is the ox personality? People born in the year of the ox are strong, reliable, fair, conscientious, inspiring confidence in others. Sounds like a lamb. CD, baby!
Just like him.
It all ties in.
Talking about other receivers, Tyler Lockett was signed to a 4-year, $69.2 million deal to keep him in Seattle. That's a lot of money.
Yeah. Overpaid?
Very.
John, who's better? DK or Tyler Lockett?
I think DK Metcalf at this point is already surpassed Tyler Lockett as the team's number 1 wide receiver and has more potential as well as current skill.
You know, though, Tyler Lockett does lead. Actually, no, I'm sorry. DK leads Tyler Lockett in the category of touchdowns that should be.
Yeah, because Tyler Lockett catches those touchdowns with wild grabs.
Well, he caught the ball too.
Yeah. Oh, you're talking about the one that got
Yes,
dropped?
I am. Of course.
At the
Got to
1 yard
bring it
line?
up.
Yeah. No, absolutely. But realistically, Tyler Lockett is one of the best wide receiver 2s for a team right now. Number 2 being Julio Jones. Or number 1 being Julio Jones.
Okay, I was about to say, what? If you're watching on YouTube, you saw that slow side eye.
But no, I think Tyler Lockett definitely should have been paid, but $70 million over 4 years, that's
69. Nice. Hey,
childish.
good to him. What's guaranteed, do you know?
that's 69.2 guaranteed.
Guaranteed.
And then there's incentives as well. It's up to
Oh
72.
my gosh. Tyler Lockett. He's going to hit all of his incentives weeks 1 through 6, just like he does every year. And then for the last 10 weeks, do nothing.
And that's what you get out of him in fantasy.
Yeah. It's a correlation.
Something that I found surprising, Kalen Ballage signs a new deal with the Pittsburgh Steelers.
RB1?
Possibly. I mean, realistically, they've got Benny Snell. Do they still have Jalen Samuels?
Yes.
Okay.
I believe.
They've got Jalen Samuels. They've got a bunch of running backs that are all unknown.
Subpar.
Benny Snell popped off.
Listen.
Don't give my man Snell some credit.
Listen. See, last year was vice versa. I was a Snell believer. I don't believe in Snell. I think he's good every once in a while when he comes in. But I did hear somebody on NFL radio call in and said that he's a Pittsburgh fan, very excited for Kalen Ballage because every time he gets the opportunity, he plays lights out. And I was like, really? Really?
He didn't know
I'm
who
pretty
he was
sure
when he was in Miami.
Yeah, you obviously don't watch football, sir.
Yeah, I know. I was a Kalen Ballage hopeful.
Oh,
for years.
We all were. It was pretty rough. I believe it was like 2019. Let's see. Yeah, 92% of snaps. He 20 touches for 43 yards. So no touchdowns either. So
really
good.
Opportunity there.
Oh, 84%, 9 touches, 1 yard. And that was a touchdown. So
my man carries the rock.
Dude, baller.
But realistically, running behind the Steelers with that passing offense really helps as well. I think he'll be fine.
Ben's got a wet noodle.
Ben's getting benched.
Ben's
getting benched.
Who's the starting quarterback? Halfway through the season.
Whichever quarterback they draft in the second round.
They're not drafting one.
In the second?
No, they won't draft him. Unless Kellen Mond's there. That'd be a good one. Sit behind Ben for a year. Kellen Mond.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, they only signed
Not
him.
bad.
They signed him, I want to say, on paper it was more, but in realistic, he's only on a 1-year deal.
Well, he had to. He had to because he was $41 million.
Yeah, so they're not committed to him at this point.
Dwayne Haskins returns from the dead.
Oh, yeah. Forgot he was there, actually.
Yeah, he
I forgot he was example number 1. He is a ghost.
Yep. So, Sammy Watkins. He's going to be catching Lamar Jackson's balls.
Interesting. Interesting.
Actually, pretty interesting. I think we talked about it last episode a little bit, but very, very interesting. I kind of like it. If Sammy can stay on the field, maybe he returns to like a wide receiver, high-end wide receiver 3.
Maybe. Do you think it helps Marquise Brown?
Yes.
I mean, essentially having...
When you catch nothing and then potentially catch something,
everything's better.
Everything is better.
No, but you got to understand, Sammy Watkins is coming from Kansas City. He's played alongside Tyreek Hill. Marquise Brown, watered down Tyreek Hill. Obviously.
Marquez Brown.
Marquez? Hollywood Brown.
He was not.
Obviously not Tyreek Hill, but a similar skill set. So maybe he takes a lot of pressure, enough pressure off of him to where he's able to get open more often, and Marquise is able, or Hollywood's able to just be more consistently not trash.
More consistently less covered.
Just not bad. Just not terrible. I'm hopeful. I think he's going to have a better season.
I hope so.
I think it helps him.
I hope so.
Do you still think they grab another receiver in the draft?
I hope so.
You hope so?
I've been saying that all week. I need my ski mask. But yeah, I mean, they need a big body guy. I am kind of surprised that they went after Sammy Watkins. I know they went after Juju, and they went after pretty much every other wide receiver on the market. Hoping they get somebody big body. What's his name? Jacob Harris out of UCF. Dude's big. He's not like heavy, but he's 6'5", 219. Ran a 4.
That's pretty big and heavy.
4.39, 40.
Oh wow.
Yeah, dude, bald. He turned some heads, so maybe that's a landing spot for him. Getting out an X receiver. Marquise Brown, other side, Sammy, slot, Mark Andrews, boom, done. Baltimore wins the Super Bowl.
Ooh.
No.
Never.
Kidding.
Not
Maybe.
in 4 years?
Depends. No, if they don't win it in the next 2, it's over.
It's over. Never again.
I mean, if they don't make it deep into the play, if they don't make it to an AFC championship in 2 years, hot seat, Jim Harbaugh.
Probably.
Yeah.
I can see it. Ooh, I don't know. He's made the playoffs every year for the past 2 years.
So did oh man, who got fired recently? Oh, Mike McCarthy.
Okay, but what about Anthony Lynn? Didn't make it for years.
Years? He only had 3 years. 3.
Oh. Didn't make it for 3 years. Oh man. I'm excited for Sammy to be in Baltimore, honestly. I do like the idea of him just taking some heat off of it and then giving Lamar another option out there.
Okay, drafting 1. They're more than likely going to be around the same. Marquise might be a little higher just because of the name and the age and stuff like that. Sammy Watkins or Marquise Brown next year.
Oh, Marquise Brown.
Really?
Marquise Brown still. Yeah.
Okay.
Especially if you go back and look towards the end of the season, Marquise Brown started looking like an actual solid wide receiver 2 for your fantasy team.
He was the opposite of Tyler Lockett.
Yeah. Tyler Lockett likes to disappear about halfway through the season. Marquise Brown likes to emerge about halfway through.
Not halfway. I think it was like week 12. 2 weeks before playoffs. Actually, it was week 12. I remember.
I remember. It was a stormy night.
It was a stormy night.
Marquise grabbed the ball in week 12. Oh, of course, when I'm looking, I took all the stats off.
Oh, well.
That's always nice.
But you know who else signed? Not there, but somewhere else. Mohamed Sanu.
Ooh.
Signed with the San Francisco 49ers. Adding wide receiver depth. Can Debo stay on the field this year?
Does Mohamed Sanu even see the field this year?
Not today.
Sorry, obviously not today.
I mean, he's got a couple hours ahead of us, so maybe. No. Yes, he does.
You think?
Yes.
Does this make him a journeyman receiver at this point? This is what, fourth team in the past 3 years?
Didn't he play? Didn't he? No. He's played on the Falcons, the Patriots,
The Lions.
the Lions, Texans.
I don't know if he ever got playtime there.
I don't know. Maybe not. But, yeah, pretty much. I mean, he's at the end of his career. He had the highlights over there, right next to Julio Jones, which, honestly, Julio would make me look good. So, good on him for, making a little career of it. Nice. I could have swore, was he with the 49ers already?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool. So, yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, and then it was the end of last year, I think.
Okay. After 3 games.
Yep.
I was gonna say I knew he'd signed with like another team. So he's back.
He's back.
Back in red.
He's like
Back in the red and gold.
Lord Voldemort, baby. Mohamed Sanu, yes, we'll see a little bit of playing time. Not a ton, nothing fantasy relevant, whatnot, but yeah, he'll see a little bit.
So Mike,
Yes.
I have a question for you, and
Do
it's
you?
honestly completely non-fantasy football related,
No, I will not date you.
but it is completely related to football in general
Ah.
and a legacy of the magical man,
Speaking of,
the magical man of the Fitzmagic.
yes.
So I was asked, and I'm kind of curious on your take.
My take is yes.
If Ryan Fitzpatrick were to bring the Washington football team to a Super Bowl and win it this year,
Mm-hmm.
would that make him a Hall of Fame quarterback?
Yes.
Simply just yes.
Simply yes.
Just yes.
Just yes.
I would like to argue.
Feel free to. There's not many ways you can argue yes.
You can.
Go ahead.
You can
Let's
list.
hear it.
You could list some of the reasons on why what he's done is
Mm-hmm.
Hall of Fame worthy.
Okay. Let's hear it.
So I would say no. I think Ryan Fitzpatrick is one of the best stories in modern day football. I think he's a great personality for fans. He brings a lot of people into the sport who aren't really interested, but they'll know, hey, my friends talked about Fitzmagic and showed me this dude with this crazy beard, and he's funny looking, he's cool, he seems like a nice guy.
And he went to
I like
Harvard.
him. And he went to Harvard.
Yeah.
I think he's a great guy, a good quarterback.
He's going into the Hall of Great Guys.
I think he should go to the Hall of really good stories in the NFL. Like people that
Be on the lookout for that, by the way.
hush hush. But people that were, if you lived in that time period, you knew of them, very commonplace, but 10 years down the road, you realistically shouldn't recognize this name.
TJ Hushmanzada.
Yeah. Absolutely. Whoever that is.
What? The Bengals receiver? Played next to Chad Ochocinco. Chad Johnson back in the day.
See?
Yep.
Exactly my point.
very good.
But no, I think he's going to be really great. Now,
And
if
he had luscious hair.
bringing that team to a Super Bowl would be great. But I don't know if that would elevate his career to the point to where it would be Hall of Fame, especially not first ballot.
Nobody said ballots.
Hey, I'm just
Nobody said
I'm
ballots.
laying down my set.
Okay.
Definitely not first ballot. I do think maybe fourth on a weak year. Like he
Tell that to Zach Thomas. Biggest, I don't want to get
biggest snub.
Biggest snub ever.
But realistically, Ryan Fitzpatrick has never thrown for more than 4,000 yards in his career.
Are we sure about that?
100%.
Okay. You have these stats?
No, I'm not 100%.
All right, let's look him up.
No. Ooh. I'm wrong because he just did it with
Miami. Pretty sure the last year.
he didn't have the whole season to himself.
Oh, you're right. No 4,000 yards. 3,900.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. It's 3903.
3,905.
3905. Okay, yes, he's never thrown for 4,000 yards. He's never made a Pro Bowl, never really had a run in the playoffs throughout his career.
Has he never made a Pro Bowl?
Never made a Pro Bowl. He's been snubbed. He has been snubbed. His best season at that 3903 season, he was snubbed. I want to say it was by Matt Ryan and by I'm so bad right now.
Yeah, you are.
But he was snubbed. He had a great year, just wasn't. Oh, Andy Dalton. It was Matt Ryan and Andy Dalton. Yeah.
Yikes.
Mm-hmm.
Yikes. All right, listen. You gave me a little spiel or whatever. I'll give you a quick little rebuttal. Yes, he will be a Hall of Famer if he leads them to the Super Bowl. And I'm not saying on stats. I'm not saying anything like that. Did he have an amazing Hall of Fame career? No. No, he did not. But you know what he did? Which it's like the workforce. It's not what you know, it's who you know. And it's not what you did. You almost got me there. It's shit. It's not what you did, but it's who you impressed and who you rubbed elbows with. It's not who you did. Anyways.
Oh, there's stories here.
No, I don't know. Maybe. Look at that chest hair. I bet there is. Anyways. You know who votes? You know who votes on the Hall of Fame ballots and whatnot? Reporters. Okay? And there is nobody more liked than Ryan Fitzmagic. Why is Terrell Owens not in the Hall of Fame? He put up all the stats.
Yeah.
He put up all the stats. He put up all the stats.
Yeah. No, he's pretty great.
Is he in the Hall of Fame?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Back
Never
in
mind.
2018.
Never mind. Scratch that argument. Anyways, it's not who you know, it's who you did. And Ryan Fitzpatrick did enough people. He impressed enough people, impressed enough reporters that they're going to give him, like John said, in an off year, not many people. Ryan Fitzpatrick, I like the guy. Went to Harvard, very smart, nice beard, great chest hair, and can rock a chain. I'm putting him in the Hall of Fame.
Oh, wow. So they're rhyming in there, too.
He's smart. I'm smart.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you for that. So
You're welcome.
I appreciate the opposite take. If you guys are listening and want to let us know what you think about Ryan Fitzmagic possibly being a future Hall of Famer, if he does bring them to a Super Bowl
No, wins the Super Bowl.
and wins it for them.
I think that'll be enough. I think that will be enough, plus of what he did with the reporters behind closed doors.
Oh, wow.
I'm not
The
insinuating
Magic
anything.
Man himself.
Don't let your mind wander.
Let us know in the comments on YouTube or a story response to us that we will be posting tomorrow on Instagram. Or hit up our Twitter, at the Fantasy Tap. A nice place to hang out. Moving on, though. With free agency kind of looming down, we're running out of some names. There's a lot of running backs that are unsigned. I mean, free agency runs.
It will
throughout
pick
the
up.
season.
It will pick up. Because you know what? There's always those waves. We go in waves, okay? Boom, 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 boom. The first few, tiers of free agents are signed.
Yes, tier number 1, Kendrick Bourne.
Yes.
Wide receiver to the
Yes.
Patriots.
And then the other guy, I don't even know his name.
Nelson Aguilar.
Nelson Aguilar. Baller, right?
Number 1 receiver for the Raiders.
Good God. Jeez. Yes, he was. Can't argue that. Then comes draft time. Boom. Pro days. Supposed to have the combine. It slows down. We get a couple signings here and there. Mostly filler guys, depth pieces, but they're getting ready for the draft. Everybody knows, all right, this is the hole I have to fill. Boom. I can fill it in the draft. Yada, yada, yada. Then after the draft comes more free agency. People are getting cut. People are getting cut here, cut here. Oh, I want that guy. Bring him in.
This
Flip
player
flop.
we expected to draft didn't work out. We didn't get
Lynn
him.
Bowden. Thank
Well,
you, Raiders.
Thank you, Raiders.
Mike Mayock, I appreciate you. Anyways, so yeah, right now it's kind of dead, but wait till the draft. After the draft, when cuts are being made, there are going to be some big name free agents. And there still are. Jadeveon Clowney. Mitchell
Le'Veon
Schwartz.
Bell.
It feels like 4 years ago. He's done. He's a rapper.
James Conner.
James Conner, yes. I honestly, hot take, he's not playing football next year.
Hot take, absolutely. I think he's at least on as a backup somewhere. Really? You don't think you don't think he'll take a backup role somewhere?
I mean, he'd love to.
You don't think there's a team willing to pay him a minimum contract?
I don't think he'll take that contract.
That's okay. Wow. No, I think he.
I mean, I'm not saying I'm 90.
Todd Gurley. Is Todd Gurley gone?
Todd Gurley is done. Yes. Todd Gurley is done. Yes. Unfortunately, he jinxed himself after he posted that meme yesterday.
April Fool's
on April 1st.
Oh my God, that was great.
The only person getting fooled is him.
Oh, that was great.
I'm sorry, Todd. How can you go from such a, like, oh my gosh, the top of the league
Because news of arthritis
bottom
coming
of the
out.
barrel?
News of arthritis coming out just tanked his perception by his teams, and then perceived value turned to none, and then lack of performance in a handful of games. While also
Timeout. He got into the end zone quite a bit.
I was gonna say he also had a handful of really good games, but I think the perceived perception of that injury,
I mean, his
well as the actual pain that he's going into.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it was like a pretty year for him last year. He got in the end zone, I think, 9 times. Toddy. Let's see here, real quick. Yeah, last year he got into the end zone 9 times, and then only had or averaged 3.5 yards a carry. It's been declining pretty much every year. So yes, he can get in the end zone from the 1 yard line. Can't do much more than that.
No, I think he's a good backup, goal line back.
That's sad to see, man.
Good for a couple plays a game or a couple games in a season, but that's about it.
It's the first time in his career he didn't hit over 200 rushing yards or 200 rushing attempts.
Oh, you seem upset.
I am sad, man. 2017, 2018 killed it. The league. Baller. Arguably a top 5 player in the league. And where is he now? Where are they now?
Unemployed.
Yeah. You can have a job here. We don't pay much.
Nothing. Moving on, but what we're getting to as far as this free agency tangent, there's a lot of new shifts as far as your wide receiving cores from team to team, and with some big names moving around, you got to wonder what this team's going to be looking like next season. As of right now, we've got the New York Giants, who just signed Kenny Golladay, John Ross in free agency, as well as already having Darius Slayton and Sterling Shepard. Golden Tate released to free agency. No interest at the moment coming back. What do you think that receiving core is going to be looking like next season?
I think Kenny Golladay is going to be on the team.
Yes. That's about it? That's the extent?
No, John Ross will be there as a change of pace guy. To be honest, they're probably going to deal with Sterling Shepard, maybe. I could see him getting cut. I don't know his contract details and whatnot. I could see him being let go. I really could. I could see them saying, you know what? You haven't really, when you're on the field, it's nice, but you haven't been on the field, a ton. So I could see them just saying bye to him, keeping around Darius Slayton because he's, flashed, and then having John Ross they have Dante Pettis too. Wow. But I mean, it's a team I am staying away from. Not drafting Kenny Golladay, my guy. I'm sorry. Unless they really, really revamp that offensive line. Even the rookie they drafted at 4 last year, Andrew Thomas, was not that good. Maybe they just missed. I don't know. But
I think it's a little early. He missed a lot of time. He was injured at some point during the season, and then they kind of benched him for a few games, but he did come. Andrew Thomas is.
Yeah, I know.
Then he came back. It's a little early to completely say that he's not it. May just take him a little bit to get into it.
I'm not saying he's bad or anything like that. But my biggest concern here, Daniel Jones.
Question really quick.
Really quick. It's got to be quick.
All right. Right now, Kenny Golladay is going in the 5th round.
Yes.
Still not touching him? That's going around receivers like Chris Godwin, Robert Woods, Will Fuller, Tyler Lockett.
I would take him over Lockett. I would take Fuller over him. Who else did you say?
Chris Godwin, Robert Woods, Will Fuller, Tyler Lockett, Deontay Johnson.
I'd take Robert Woods over him. Yeah, I think there are guys, Deontay Johnson, guaranteed 120 targets next year. Cooper Kupp even later on. T. Higgins. I like T. I think they come with less risk. The only issue with T, though, is will Joe Burrow start this year? Whispers that he's not going to be ready for the beginning of the season. So that's kind of scary to me. But
I'd still draft him.
Neither here nor there.
I'd still draft him.
T. Higgins or Kenny Golladay is the question.
I hate to say it just because of how much I like Kenny G last season, but T. Higgins. I think T. Higgins, even with a backup quarterback,
He's got Tyler Boyd there.
still fine.
Potentially
But
Kyle Pitts.
Potentially.
We
But
don't
as of
know.
right now, we don't know. We can only go off what we know. But as of right now, I'm going T. Higgins. He balled last season.
Yeah, T. Higgins.
He looked really good.
Yep.
Even with Tyler Boyd there.
Yeah. I like T. T's great. I grabbed him in a few leagues last year, and it's paying dividends so far.
What about, do you have any interest at all in John Ross?
No. I don't think they're going to be throwing the ball that much. And even if they do, like I said, Daniel Jones is my biggest worry. I think John Ross is going to have some fantasy relevance in some games. I know he's young. I mean, he's young as hell. But he hasn't ever lived up to that potential. And I don't see it happening here. If he went to another team, if he went to somewhere
fair.
in a better situation, then yes, I would. At that point, I would be taking a shot. But no, not at this point. Do you have his ADP or?
No, it's not even on the board. He's undraftable.
Yeah. So.
I'm curious. I would take a deep flyer on him, honestly.
I mean,
or
think
pick him up
where
way late.
real quick, if you can, on that. First of all, send me the link. Secondly, Darius Slayton or Sterling Shepard. Do you know where they are going?
Darius Slayton is receiver number 77 in the 14th round.
Okay.
And Shepard is 12th round receiver number 55.
Okay, yeah, I would rather take a shot on Slayton or Shepard even at that point. You know, it's the last couple rounds, than take a flyer on John Ross. That ship has sailed. He'll have a couple games, probably catch a couple deep balls, maybe, but a 4.22 in the combine can only get you so far.
Fair enough.
He is intriguing. I will say that. If he went to a better situation.
Well, look at the situation he was out at last time. The Bengals.
I know. Not good.
It's a waste of talent.
The Bengals are a wasted team. I don't like them.
They used to be. I'm interested in them now. I mean, their offense is completely revamped. You got Burrow.
Maybe Burrow. Maybe we got Burrow.
Okay.
For the future, yes.
If he misses 2 weeks, oh well.
No, they're talking about like first 8.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I haven't heard that yet.
Yeah.
But wow.
Potentially. So, I mean, and at that point, okay, hypothetical. We're talking about this in a league I'm in. Hypothetical. You bench him for 8 weeks. You go 2-6. Do you bring him back for the last 8 games?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Okay.
We got to see and make sure that he's able to still play after his surgery.
Okay.
Got to know if you need another quarterback.
Yeah. I'm excited. You know what I'm excited for? Our mock draft.
Ooh.
Not today, obviously, but week before the Tuesday before the draft, we're going to be releasing our own mocks. We're both going to mock the first round. Mock.
Of a rookie draft?
Mock.
Or a full on?
No, full on.
Okay.
Full on.
About it.
32 team. I go, you go, you go, I go.
I'm so into it. Let's do it.
Yep. I thought we talked about it yesterday.
We did, but I thought we were talking about a first round of fantasy, not first round of NFL.
No,
but
no.
I'm totally into this.
Yeah, first round of NFL.
Oh, we could have done that today. Let's do it. All right, no. So moving on to the next team that had some wide receiver changes. This team only had one huge name, and it hits close to home. But Will Fuller.
Yes, sir.
Honestly, preseason of last year, I was looking at him as a top 15 to 20 receiver.
And he did.
It was a baller. He would have finished top 10 if he finished the whole season.
He didn't do PEDs.
Moving over to Miami, though, where we don't have quote-unquote weapons right now.
They're gonna.
If Miami doesn't load up on a first-round receiver.
They're going to.
If they don't.
If they don't.
If they don't.
If they don't, they will.
If they don't.
But if they don't, they will.
Okay, so Mike,
If Miami doesn't draft a first round receiver,
I understand the question. It's a dumb question. No, I'm just kidding. If they don't get a wide receiver in the first round, then Will Fuller is the only one I'm kind of interested in. Devontae Parker let me down. Preston Williams, everybody forgot about him. Had a great game against the Arizona Cardinals. Not saying a ton, but they had a semi-okay defense. Had a great game before he got hurt. So, I mean, you could look at him. Late round, Lynn Bowden. I think he could see an expanded role in this offense. You could grab him late, and that's just maybe it happens. Maybe they use him enough, whether it's at the running back position. He was drafted as running back. At the running back position, every once in a while, maybe not gadget, but gadgety plays, I guess. And then also lining up in the slot because currently they don't have a slot receiver.
That's fair.
So, and then of course, I mean, I'm gonna grab Mike Gesicki, tight ends.
Will Fuller.
No, I said Will Fuller.
Okay.
I said definitely Will Fuller.
I was gonna say Will Fuller's a slot.
No, he's outside.
Plays in the slot too.
I mean, he does, but he'll be outside. He's a field stretcher.
We looked it up. You lined up 100 times in the slot last season,
and 300 on the outside.
He was the number. Yeah. Okay. I mean,
he can play. Yes, he can play.
He can play both.
But I think that they'll use him on the outside because we didn't really have a field stretcher. We tried Jakeem Grant. Guess what he did? He dropped the ball.
He sucked.
He was a wide
receiver 8.
No. Receive. What's the opposite of receive?
Drop.
Give.
Wide giver.
A wide giver. But no, I mean, so yeah, Will Fuller, Mike Gesicki, maybe Lynn Bowden is a late round flyer. I'm staying away from Devontae Parker. I'm sorry.
Yeah, currently he's getting drafted as wide receiver number 36 in the 8th round.
That's Devontae?
Maybe a little interest.
A little intriguing. Who's he going around? Give me some names.
Hold up. Let me go back to him because I've moved past Devontae Parker. He's going around just after Robbie Anderson and just before Jerry Jeudy, Cortland Sutton, Antonio Brown, Deebo Samuel, Jamison Crowder, and Cole Beasley.
I will take Deebo Samuel.
You would take Deebo Samuel. I would take Jerry Jeudy.
I'm worried
about the quarterback situation, but I either see it this way. Drew Lock's going to get another year, and he's going to play his heart out. It may not be a pretty one, listen. And he's going to play his heart out, and he'll be gone after that. Or they draft a quarterback or sign or trade someone. In general, make a quarterback change. And at that point, we're out of the Drew Lock situation. So either situation, it's a win-win. I
can just go with Deebo.
You got to be careful though. You got Mohamed Sanu back. Brandon Ayuk.
Somebody you just asked if he was going to see the playing field.
You got Brandon Ayuk. George Kittle's coming back in full health.
Yes, that's fine. He'll be the big target. And then Brandon Ayuk. They can coexist. All three of them can
absolutely
coexist in that offense.
But who's going to be their quarterback?
We'll talk about that next week when we talk about our rookie quarterbacks.
Oh boy.
Breaking down.
That's a great question though. Who you really trust Deebo Samuel over Devontae Parker, not knowing if it's going to be Jimmy G or a backup?
Hard.
It
it's
is.
hard.
And health concern. I think the health concerns is almost
the same,
equal between it. Yeah,
yeah, for sure. It balances each other out. I mean, I think fantasy wise, Deebo has the higher ceiling. Devontae has. I guess they have the same floor, to be honest. So.
Yeah,
I think
IR by week 2.
Yeah. So I think that I think I'd go Deebo Samuel here. I was high on him last year, even because you were getting him so late. And if you're getting him late this year, he's healthy. Ish.
He came back after being healthy and had to
and
go
got
out
hurt again. But listen, right now, currently, he is not the picture of health, but he is close. So. Cardinals. They added an old head.
A very, very old head. Someone I was expecting to actually be out of the league by now.
Why? He was so dominant. And even when he's on the field,
He was dominant, yes. When was that? 6 years ago?
No, 3.
Much better. Much better. So Arizona right now is currently being led by DeAndre Hopkins, AJ Green as wide receiver 2 on their depth chart.
Bro, if you had them 3 years ago,
you were happy.
Yeah.
Christian
Larry Fitzgerald.
Christian Kirk. Larry Fitzgerald's actually a
signed.
free agent
Yeah,
at the
he's not signed.
very moment. They'll sign him cheap.
Yeah, of course.
But then also Keyshawn Johnson as well as Andy Isabella. Do any of those names intrigue you?
Yes.
Which ones?
DeAndre Hopkins.
Is that the only one?
Yeah.
Would you grab Chris? Are you interested in any way, shape, or form Christian Kirk?
The 2 games he plays, yes. But, like, the 2 games he balls out, sure. But after that, outside of that, no. AJ Green, you got to send me that link so I can look it up. But where is he being drafted right now? Give me some ADPs real quick.
AJ Green is undrafted.
Sure.
Undrafted in a 14 round draft, and we have DeAndre going as wide receiver
3.
Wide receiver 3, and round 202.
What about Christian Kirk?
Christian Kirk, I believe he's going to be undrafted in a 14 man.
No, he's not. No way.
Christian Kirk. Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wide receiver 52, round 11 at the moment. 11-9, just before Devonta Smith and Marvin Jones, 2 above Sterling Shepard. I think he's going a little early, honestly. John Brown behind Michael Pittman and look at Visca Chenault and T.Y. Hilton. It's a little high for me.
I'd say he's being drafted fairly. And to be honest, looking at it right now, where he's going, I'd probably take him. Marvin Jones, I'm not really interested. They're going to get somebody else there. I know. Or wait,
Jacksonville.
yeah, Jacksonville. Yeah, oh yeah, they have a ton of people around there.
DJ Chark, Laviska Chenault, James Robinson, but Trevor Lawrence.
He can't throw the ball 700 times.
Says who?
And then I mean, other Nelson Aguilar, I'd definitely rather have him. Michael Gallup, I love you. You share the same name as me, but I'm still taking Christian Kirk. Yeah, I mean, I actually kind of like where he's going. So he does intrigue me. Is there anybody way lower? Gabe Davis, baby? No. No.
Darnell Mooney. All right. Moving over to the Detroit Lions, who just had 2 of the guys we just talked about leave, Marvin Jones and
Kenny Golladay.
Kenny G, currently being helmed by the likes of
Tyrell Williams,
Quintez Cephas. Off the top of my head, it's a really shallow receiving core, but they also have Geronimo Allison, which
remember him?
I do. He played for the Packers for a little bit. He had some big games. Geronimo,
like him there,
but they do have a pretty nasty receiving core right now.
not in a good way.
No, actually in a fairly bad way. And then Brashad Perryman's there as well.
Oh, that sucks.
Who's Jared Goff throwing the ball to?
Is Jared Goff throwing the ball? Maybe they draft a rookie quarterback. I don't know.
Okay, so they're paying. They could draft a quarterback, but he's sitting the bench year
Yes.
1 for sure.
Yes.
But realistically, if anything, I think they need to draft a receiver.
Yes. So I have it going as follows. Okay. 4 quarterbacks off the board. Atlanta trades back. I don't want to spoil it too much. I guess this is a fun. Anyways, I don't want to give all my picks away. I have them drafting, I believe it's Jalen Waddle there at, I'm sorry, Devontae Smith. I do have them drafting Devontae Smith.
Interesting.
Or they could go linebacker, defense, but they got an offensive-minded coach, so grab the flashy player.
Dan Campbell?
Tight ends coach, baby. He looks like a defensive guy.
I was going to say, he looks like a linebacker coach to me.
No, tight end, baby. Oh, so yeah, no, I think they're definitely going to grab an offensive weapon. But I'm going to keep saying this. I just got one of his rookie cards, DeAndre Swift. Love it. I think he's going to get a ton of carries.
Oh, absolutely. I mean,
He has to.
They don't have anyone else that can take that ball over.
It's going to be a rough year for the Lions. I mean, I guess that's every year, but I think an exceptionally rough year.
You know, if you're a hardcore Lions fan, shout out. Shout out to you.
Yeah, man.
You've been through a lot.
I mean, and that's coming from Dolphins fans.
Yeah, we haven't been promised greatness.
No. Well, maybe. But listen,
We
8-8 every year.
All right. Moving over to another team that had a lot of changes is Las Vegas. They added both Willie Snead, John Brown to that receiving core that already had Henry Ruggs, Hunter Renfrow, Brian Edwards, Zay Jones, and then tight end Darren Waller. Do you see these acquisitions of John Brown and Willie Snead taking away anything from Darren Waller? And is Henry Ruggs fighting for a true starting role?
Well, I think they brought John Brown in, I think they brought John Brown in for just competition. I do. I really do. They're similar, fast, down the field stretchers, get the ball in their hands, playmakers, whatever. Willie Snead, I think they just brought in his depth, losing what they did. To be honest, though, I hate to say it. And, I mean, obviously there's a lot that has to go into it, but, I mean, I feel like I've said this about a few teams. The Jets, definitely. I'm staying away from the Raiders. I don't know what they're doing over there. Mike, go back to ESPN. Mock drafts are your thing. Jay Gruden. Gruden grinders. Hit it hard. Don't coach. Should they just buy him out? I mean, he's like originally he like
10 years, $100 million, right?
Yeah. Originally he kind of started, okay, he's making the right moves. Now, what, 4 out of 5 offensive linemen gone? Yeah, I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like their receiving core. I don't like their quarterback. I don't think he'll have time. Their running back they're not going to be able to rely on the running game without all those offensive linemen. I'm quite worried about the Las Vegas Raiders. Maybe they're doing this on purpose so they get a top pick next year. I don't know.
So as of right now, in a 14-round mock, the only players being drafted,
Waller and Ruggs.
I'm only looking at the actual wide receivers, are Ruggs and John Brown.
Yeah.
John Brown's actually going above. John Brown's going at wide receiver 50, round 11, and Ruggs is going at wide receiver 63.
And that's probably because they still have him as a Buffalo Bill.
No, they have him as Las Vegas.
Right. Okay. All right. Well, yeah, I mean, John Brown still has some left in the tank. It's honestly, it's like a Giant situation to me.
Just not worth your time, and there's better situations you can be grabbing.
Yes.
Yeah, because at John Brown, John Brown or Christian Kirk right next to each other.
Oh, John Brown was one of the guys I looked at. Yeah, definitely Christian Kirk.
John Brown's actually above Christian Kirk.
I know. Definitely Christian Kirk at that point.
Yeah, I would agree. And then Henry Ruggs, you've got Julian Edelman, Watkins, Darnell Mooney, Tim Patrick, Demarcus Robinson, Josh Gordon.
This will warm your heart.
Darnell Mooney, I love to hear it. Love to hear it.
Mooney.
Moving over, we got the Jets. They added not only Corey Davis, but wanted to go over to the Jags and ask for another player who didn't live up to expectations in Keelan Cole. Just had a pop-off year. I'm buying all the hype. What are we doing with that? Anyone? Jamison Crowder's still there.
He is. Congrats.
I mean, you've possibly got a new quarterback coming in, or Sam Darnold.
Jamison Crowder is the only one that I'm interested in because he gets so many targets. He'll be the most consistent when he's on the field. It's been like that for the past couple years. Keelan Cole pop off a couple times, maybe. Who'd you say? Who else?
Curtis Samuel or Jamison Crowder?
Curtis Samuel.
Laviska Shenault or Jamison Crowder?
Jamison Crowder.
Jamison Crowder is currently being drafted at 41. Wide receiver 41 in the 9th round. Corey Davis, wide receiver 44 in the 10th round, beginning of the 10th round. I'm actually interested in Corey Davis.
I know you like Corey Davis.
I
like Corey Davis. It's okay. You can say it.
And it's weird because you asked me at the end of last season, hated him. I'm like, oh, overhyped, best season he's going to have in forever.
where was he the past 3 years, but I think I'd like him on the Jets.
Yeah, you know who else that was said about?
You say Brashad Perryman, we're going to have issues.
Well, I am going to say Rashad Perryman.
No, Brashad Perryman just, first off, he wasn't healthy through half the season.
That's his entire career. Corey Davis, same thing.
No, Corey Davis, very, very semi-healthy, man. Very, very semi-healthy.
He is at least.
He's not Brashad Perryman broken.
Right. No, I agree.
But I think he's going to have a nice, really solid role in New York. Not as a flashy leading wide receiver, but I think
probably water boy, massage therapist.
Watch out, Deshaun.
Oh God, Deshaun's not going to the Jets.
No, I was
horrible.
actually kind of excited. I think this is going to be the best, more consistency from him at less of a ceiling, at the best. Moving on really quick, the Bears, they lost Allen Robinson.
No, they didn't.
Oh no, you're right. They franchise tagged him.
Yes, they did.
Oh, you're right.
Darnell Mooney, A-Rob, love it. Even with Andy Dalton there, don't mind it.
If Anthony Miller doesn't get traded or moved,
Don't care. Anthony Miller, who?
okay. I mean, he had a couple games.
He always does.
Completely non-existent for 8 of them, but came in one game and had a few big catches.
Yeah, no.
Looked really good.
I'm on the Darnell Mooney train. Bought
Happy.
4 of his rookie cards. 2 of them autographed.
Can I have one?
Yes.
Can I have it?
Yes.
I want to buy it.
Happy birthday.
Birthday's in May.
I
You
know.
guys want to send me something?
Well, I bought it for your birthday.
Oh,
Happy birthday.
awesome.
Early.
Excited. Do you have a nice hard case for it?
Yes, I do.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
This is what Friends is all about.
Out of
And then
75.
And then finally, this is probably the only team that I'm not happy with how it looks.
We just talked about the Las Vegas Raiders, the Jets, the Lions. And this is the team that you're upset about.
I guess I'm just not. You're right. I guess what I'm actually upset about is I'm not agreeing with the hype that's surrounding it.
There is no hype.
There is plenty of hype. Curtis Samuel is everyone's.
I'm not even
next.
I'm not even excited about Curtis Samuel. I mean, I am excited about Curtis Samuel, but not like crazy. I'm excited about Terry McLaurin. I think he is going to ball with
Absolutely.
a capital BHAAAAL. A lot of letters. He's going to ball. And I like it. Ryan Fitzpatrick throwing him the ball. Curtis Samuel, I do think is going to have a good year. But between wide receiver 22 and wide receiver 28. Okay? That's where I have him.
How about being drafted at wide receiver 45?
Then I love it.
Curtis Samuel or LaVisca?
Curtis.
Curtis Samuel or Jerry Jeudy?
Curtis. I said this earlier. We talked about I mentioned
Curtis Samuel or Debo?
Curtis.
Curtis Samuel or Brandon Ayuk?
Brandon Ayuk.
Curtis Samuel, Jarvis Landry.
That's tough. I'm going to go with consistency. He's not in a new position. Jarvis Landry.
Not in the new position.
Like not in a new team.
Okay. Fair.
See, I am fair. What do you mean? Yeah.
Just saying. I think a lot of people are talking about him being an automatic wide receiver too.
He's not automatic.
Not even close. I think he's going to be extremely inconsistent and have enough boom games to where his end of season stats are going to make it look like he was a good move. But watching him week to week, it's not going to be someone who's going to help that team.
I think he will. I think he'll have a role. And I think he's been with Ron Rivera before. It's not who you know.
Ooh.
It's not.
Because he did so good when he was there with Ron Rivera before.
Okay. Look at the weapons around him. All right. He does not have anywhere near those caliber weapons here. Right?
Terry McLaurin's on about. I think Terry McLaurin's better than DJ Moore as a receiver.
Okay. We 11 and 12. You're comparing those two. Okay. So, yes, I would agree. Terry McLaurin is a better.
Antonio Gibson, solid.
Very solid. Definitely not even top 12. Okay.
Definitely not Christian McCaffrey.
Exactly. That's my only concern. That's my only thing. And I do think that he will be used enough. They went out and got him for a reason. There's a little bit of a connection there. Don't mind it. I like Curtis Samuel. 45. Like the ADP. Boom. So.
Yeah. I think if he stays at this ADP when it gets closer to draft time, I might
Oh, you're going to be all over him. I know you will.
grab him.
Save
I
this.
think
Clip this.
I think that's an actual pretty fair value for him. I'm personally more interested in LaVisca than him next season.
I'm not interested in him.
I think he's going to be good with Trevor. I think he's going to find nice little pockets. He's going to use that little mobility he's got, that shiftiness. Yeah.
Little legs.
And then he's going to score. Boom. Bang. In.
Yeah,
Not
sure.
really.
Let's go.
All right. So that is some of the receiver chains going on around the league after free agency. You want to jump into the beer of the day?
Oh, I haven't taken a sip yet. No, I need to.
Yeah.
But before I do, let's talk about what it is exactly. Okay? Serenity now, Insanity later. Farmhouse style saison.
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 Sounds French.
Yes. Yes, it does. It is from Hidden Springs Ale Works. They are located over in Tampa, Florida. Okay. All right. Unfortunately, it's about all I got. Feel free to stop by their brewery. It is at 1631 North Franklin Street in Tampa. I've had a couple beers from there before, and to be honest, I like them. I believe we actually had one on the show prior. But if you visit their website, hiddenspringsaleworks.com, you can see what's on tap, what's brewed on site, any guest taps they have, okay? Any cans you can walk away with, from the brewery. So check it out. Check them out. They look like it looks like it has a pretty cool vibe too. So yeah, check them out.
Nice. So one thing that I really like about this, before I even get to the taste, just the can art itself.
Yeah, dope.
It is, again, Serenity now, Insanity later. It's written out with words laced around a set of praying hands.
Yes,
and then
it does have words on the can.
And then the can is just peppered with a bunch of
Insanity
stickers
or Serenity.
Serenity and stickers. I'm thinking of stickers. I don't know why.
Well, they are. They look like emoji stickers, like those things you on your phone.
Chocolate bars, but this is a chocolate-covered, cherry-inspired sour ale with milk sugar.
This is fire.
This is very good. This is very good.
This is competing.
This is competing. I was going to say it earlier, but I didn't. This is, okay. Starting off, this is definitely a very, very beautiful sour. It's not overly tart without letting the flavors come through fully. It is a 5.7 ABV.
I got my smell back, by the way.
A 22 IBU, and the color of the beer poured out is just this really beautiful, clear yet opaque.
If you like blood, it's blood.
It's amber.
It's blood red.
It
is blood red.
It's like a light cranberry juice.
Blood red. It's not as thick as blood.
No, definitely not. But it just brings like such a strong fruity aroma to your nose. Almost smells like a melted Twizzler. I was gonna say a melted cherry icy.
Okay, yeah, I can see it.
I
don't have all my smell back. Portions,
but it's really nice, floral and fruity. And then
I kind of actually know. I do kind of get when I smell it. I kind of get a chocolate covered cherry.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It's almost like they were going for that.
Yeah. Wait. Yes. Yeah. Chocolate covered cherry. Yeah.
Oh, you were being serious.
Yes, I was being dead ass serious. Sometimes I don't pay attention, and you can catch that. I guarantee.
Watch on YouTube.
Yeah. I just kind of zone out. But no, this is fire. This is really good.
This is very good. Yeah, as you watch me down 3, almost 3.
Yeah.
Like help me.
I'm having a quarter one.
But no, as far as the flavor comes along, you obviously get a nice, really strong cherry flavor that's slightly tart and sour, but it clears off so great. In a lot of sours, it leaves your tongue with this lacking flavor that aftertaste of whatever they use to tart up the beer. That it's not appealing. It's kind of just not great, but it doesn't last long enough for you to really think about or complain about. This doesn't do it for me. This, like, as soon as the flavor ends on my tongue, it is just clean, crisp, and begging for more. Like, I really like this.
What's your score? What's your rating? Perfect 10.
I want to.
You can't.
I was going to say.
I mean, you can. It's up to you.
It's not perfect for me. It's a 9.8.
Wow.
It's great.
Whoa.
I could literally put this in a gallon jug and sit there and be happy for an entire day.
Honestly, what did I rate Cosmic Handshake? We talk about that beer a lot.
It was our favorite one. We actually did 9.3 and you rated it a 9.1.
Well, I'm going to go 9.1. Because you know what? Honestly, I don't know. I like the Cosmic Handshake, but I really like this beer. I love the sourness it brings out, the sweetness.
Should we, once you're done with your challenge, should we get both of them together and do a taste test and actually do a true rating?
Yep. Gonna blindfold you me.
Blindfold you me?
Blindfold you me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I've been 3 weeks and I've only had a quarter of a beer and I'm buzzed.
Oh, wow.
No, I'm just kidding.
But so this honestly gonna be something you guys hear about again because we brought up the other one that was a show favorite so many times so far. Definitely did a great job. Thank you, Hidden Springs Ale Work. Great
what
beer.
What did you say?
Hidden Springs Ale Work.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right.
Great beer and
Clap it up.
very interested in checking out more and more of your guys' stuff.
Yeah, a little clapping.
Sorry, I didn't. Is this
Clappity clap? Seeing if we had one on the thing. So, anyways, ladies and gents and ladies, thank you for tuning in to the Fantasy Tap. Remember, Discord, you're going to join it. Please do. Download the app, Discord app, click the link. It's going to be in the show notes. Also, go to our Instagram or Twitter. You can find it. I'm going to pin it on our Twitter. It's in our bio on our Instagram. Okay? We love you. We miss you.
we're excited.
We're excited.
Now, thank you guys so much for coming out for another great show. Make sure to check out all our social media at the Fantasy Tap. And if you guys have any questions or want any advice as far as how to handle your fantasy football teams or want any beers on the show that you recommend, if you have anything as good as this saison, send it our way because this thing is just great.
Yes, sir.
But thank you so much.
Discord. Join it. Discord.
We'll see you guys next week for a breakdown on our rookie quarterbacks and getting more into the draft day specials. Thank you so much for coming out, and we'll see you soon.
We love ya.